Vibing. I'm vibing.
Vibing. You look like you about to light up on the porch.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
That time of day.
Yeah.
Fucking well man, yeah, appreciate you. Appreciate you coming on. I hope everything's good last
No.
night.
Oh yeah. Everything's good. I got it settled. I just had some shit going on with my grandparents. Everything's fine.
Oh,
Thank you
word.
though.
That's
That's
what's
it.
up, bro. I'm glad to hear. For real. Um fucking yeah, this is I don't even know what interview number this is. This is for every interview I do. I forget what interview number because I try to keep track. But I think it's number 35. So appreciate you. This is Cult Classic interview number 35. I'm here with Fukkit. Before we get into the interview, you guys want to check out our website at kultclassicofficial.com. Check us out on Instagram at kultclassicofficial and hit us on Twitter at kultclassicoff. Let's get all the way back into it. I want to know, like, early childhood. You grew up in Florida and shit?
Yeah, I grew up in Miami, Florida. Cuban and Puerto Rican background. I live here my whole life, really. I never really moved around like out of this area, so I've always lived in like Miami, specifically like Hialeah, Miami Gardens area of Florida. Since I was since birth, basically.
Shit, what's it like growing up over there?
Miami's a very interesting place. Like, I grew up in a very Hispanic part of Miami, so it's very like it like people joke about it and sometimes call it like North Cuba, like where we're at, because of how Hispanic it is and like how like the culture in Miami is just so Hispanic. Like it's a lot of, well, not Hispanic, not Hispanic specifically, but in general, it's very cultured. And Hispanic obviously being a big part because of Cuba and et cetera. But yeah, man, it's a very interesting place to grow up. It's not like any other place in the United States. It's one of those places that is like, it's so culturally influenced that it feels like you're in like, it's so heavily influenced by the culture that it just feels different than any other place. It's a very fun place to grow up. Obviously, you feel me? We got the nightlife, we got the party scene. But yeah, man, Miami's super cool. Like, I guess the best way to put it is it's a very interesting place. Like it's a very fun place.
I've been through it, but I've never really like been there. You know what I mean? So hopefully I'm trying to actually go there. Shit.
Trust me,
Sometime in November.
Miami, that would be a nice time to come too, because when it starts getting colder, everywhere else is colder. Here it's not.
Yeah, it's
Bro,
it's nice over there.
Miami's definitely a nice spot to
Bro, I'm not far at
hang
all.
out.
I'm right in Charlotte. I'm not far at all. So it's like Charlotte, North Carolina.
Right. Yeah, you're not that far.
I got people down there, and I wish I knew you were down there like earlier. Like, I knew you were like from there and shit like that, but I didn't know like you still like stayed there. You know? Yeah.
Yeah, I reside in Florida. Yeah, I've always lived in Florida.
And
my
I'm
whole
trying
life.
to go there like within a month to do some interviews and stuff like that. So I'm like, damn, we really possibly could have done this in person. I mean, we still can. Like,
No,
you know what I mean?
of course.
Once I come.
Yeah, but if you want to do that, we could chop it up. If you're ever in Miami, hit me up and we'll set some shit up.
Yeah, no, I'll shoot you a text. Definitely.
Yeah,
I'll shoot you a text.
Yeah.
You can film some other content and stuff too. But yeah, because I'm going down there to do some interviews and shit. I got people down there. And it's just like, damn. And I remember when I was talking to your management, I mean, this interview will probably be out after shit. I know you're working on a project that's dropping soon. So they wanted like
Destroyer is done, ready to go.
Yeah, they wanted this to be kind of in the same time frame and help promote it. So that's why I suggested, we should probably do it over Zoom. Just so we can get that done. But yeah, let's talk about the project a little bit. I know we get a little sidetracked. Let's start at early childhood. I want to talk about the new project. But I'm mad curious about what sound you're going for. Is Kiwi is that a single off the project?
Nah, Kiwi's kind of like it was just like a single in general, not off of Destroyer. Kiwi isn't really representative of what Destroyer sounds like, which is like in part of the reason why I didn't put it on there, because Destroyer kind of has like it's hard to explain the sound. It has an aggressive sound that is pretty consistent throughout most of the project. That like Kiwi, there might be one song on there that is kind of like Kiwi, I guess, or maybe in that realm, but most of the songs are not. They're it's hard to really explain the vibe, but it's just different. Some of the songs have like a kind of like a suspenseful vibe. Some of the songs have like an aggressive vibe. Some of the songs have a weird vibe. So it's really hard to exactly describe it, but to describe it perfectly. But Kiwi is, there might be one song on there that sounds like Kiwi. Maybe.
So you're kind of like just like basically showcasing everything you can do, all your versatility as far as sound goes on this project.
Yeah, I wouldn't say this is everything I could do, but I'm definitely showcasing more versatility on this project, hands down. Without a question. It's no ifs, ands, or buts. It's definitely showcasing my versatility on this project. Yeah. Not only that, I feel that this project is my my most cohesive and complete body of work thus far. Like, I feel like what people don't realize is like all the way back to like my first EP, like Miami Hot Boy was like my first EP, going on to Is This Beauty, which was like my first mixtape. Like, I haven't really made that many projects. Like, this is my first official, like, not a first official, but this is like my first official studio project, like, or studio album. I haven't even, I recorded all 6-7 years, whatever it's been, 6 or 7 years of my career was in like home studios. Always.
Like bedroom studio type shit.
Right, you're right. So this is the first time I'm in an official studio, like doing the whole deal, like a studio album, like going crazy. So it has a very it's a higher quality sound, and I think, I know for a fact people are gonna really fuck with it. So I'm just waiting. I've been saying, I'm more excited to put it out than people are to hear it.
Word. Well, shit, I feel like every artist should feel that way about their music, though. If you really don't feel like that about your music, like, then you shouldn't be doing this shit, man. To be real, you know what I mean? Like, you should. Every artist should feel that way. So I'm just knowing you feel that way. I'm already knowing that I'm probably gonna fuck with it heavy because I've been looking forward to it, definitely.
I'm telling you, it's a banger.
Any features on there that you can let out?
Honestly, dog, to be real with you, I got some features in the works, but I don't have them on Destroyer.
Word.
Purposefully. I have a couple features on Destroyer, but they're really more so the homies. Like, they're not really people. They're not really extremely popular people. Like, I'll give out a couple, like Brando. If you know me or you're familiar with Brando, like, you know, that's like Brando's my best friend. If anybody knows me and really knows me, they know Brando. Brando's on there. My dog Nathan, that his name's Gilly. He started getting into rapping a couple years ago. He's on there. I got another homie named Isaac on there. And honestly, really, the only people I featured on this shit was the homies. Like, no cap. Like,
that's what's up.
Like, this project is just me going off. Like, just going off. Like, that's mainly me going off. So that's why it doesn't really feature many people. I have features coming. I already have features that are in the works and shit, but they're for other stuff.
So you got some features you're obviously hella excited for.
I got a couple.
Damn, I'll be looking forward to all that. You've never been one to pack up your projects as features, though.
Not really. Yeah. No, in general though, I'm not one. I'm not one to do many features. So like, when I be doing when I be grabbing a feature, it's really because like I either feel it's really necessary, or I really hear the person on the song, or I'm like, oh, you know, maybe I don't want to fucking like this. Like, I'm good. Maybe I put everything I wanted to put on the song already, and I'll put someone else on it to finish it up. But like, I really, for the most part, don't be doing features, and typically, especially not on projects, because it's like, when it's the project, I want it more so to be focused on me type shit.
Yeah.
And like part of that is not like, it's not like an egotistical thing. It's just my sound. You get me? Like, it's just part of like how I like creating.
Yeah.
But now, as I'm growing and as I'm developing and progressing as an artist, I'm finding that I like featuring artists more and more. like little by little. You feel me? So you're gonna hear more features. You're gonna hear a lot of songs with features in the future. But for now, like Destroyer, it's only got 2 features or 3 features.
I mean, it's not bad to do that either, because like a lot of artists, bro, like they'll just pack their
Sometimes they
album with
tend to
features.
overdo it.
Yeah, and like
Yeah,
that's the only reason they're getting streams, but they can't do that shit on their own. You
because
know
they're
what I
getting
mean?
carried. Because they're getting carried. I'm the
Yeah.
opposite. I'll say, no, fuck y'all niggas. Fuck all the features. I'll carry this shit on my back. No
that's
cap.
that's
You
low
know
key
who
the
I'm finna
best
put on
way.
the project? The homies. Not some other person that's finna clown me up. The homies. You feel me? That's how I do it. No cap.
Word, that's what's
That's
up.
the
That's
way. It's gotta be
facts.
organic like that. Everybody works their way, but I don't let nobody carry me. Like that's what that's why I always stress so much about my independence. Like I've been independent my entire career. Like no major promo, no industry backing. Nobody has helped me on the business side. I've been independent. You feel me? I did this shit. So when I say I carried this shit, like when I got 50 million streams and counting right now, which is a real statistic, that's me.
Yeah.
That's not. That's me, as in that's me and my fans and my supporters and my people. You feel me? That's us. But
All
that's
the
not.
shit that you built.
That's not the fucking. It's not no label. That's not nobody helping me. That's us. The shit that we built. You feel me?
And I feel
Me as
like
in me and my people.
mad artists, bro, like they have trouble getting to that point. Like they feel like they're working the right way, but it's really just not working for them. So what do you feel like you did differently that made your shit just pop off?
Honestly, I grinded really fucking hard. I grinded like really fucking hard for years. A lot of people don't know, you know, how much time I put into the studio, but I'm talking about I dedicated easily, I probably already dedicated 10,000 hours to this shit. I've been doing this shit for 7 years, 6 years now. Like since I was 17. I'm 23 now. This is all like there's a line on Destroyer that I say like making music, that's all I know how to do. Literally in the sense, like in all senses, making music is the only thing that I do. Like I don't do anything else. I don't have hobbies. I hardly go out. I only make music and I do my business. You feel me? That's it. Like, so when this shit is really a livelihood to me beyond like the fact that it pays me, it's like what I live for right now.
Yeah.
Like music is that much of a passion for me. So I bust my ass and I grinded and worked hard as fuck just to get here. You feel me? And what is the differential? What is it that separates me? Honestly, not everybody can do what I do. Not everybody can make it to this point. It's not something that is like, well, what do you got to do it? They can even do what I tell them to do.
It might
And it
not work
still
for
might
them.
not work for them because it's just one of those things where music and how people respond to it and how people resonate with something is so personal and so unique for every person that, listen, I'm not saying don't make music, but to get to the point that I'm at right now independently takes a lot of work and you got to bust your ass. And for most people, it doesn't work out. But
Yeah.
that doesn't mean run away from it. I'm saying the opposite. For most people, it doesn't work out. But for me, that I didn't even expect I would ever be a rapper. I never grew up thinking, oh, I'm going to be a rapper. None of this shit. When I was 17, that's when I fell in love with it. To now be doing this and to be where I'm at, I never would have expected that I would get here, that I would just end up here like this, that it was possible for me to do this. But guess what? It is. And and that makes me feel like at the same time, as hard as it is, that it's possible for anybody if they're that somebody. You get me? And what I mean is just like, that's decided by the universe. That's decided by how shit works. You feel me? You can bust your ass, you can do what you want, but that doesn't mean you're gonna have a successful career.
X.
You could be an industry plant signed to a label and get started off with the help and already have everything you need to start a career, a successful career, and fall off in a year. You get what I'm saying? So
yeah,
what's the differential?
because
It's the
there is
swag.
a
It's the
level of
swag.
natural talent. There's a
It's the
level of
swag.
natural talent too. Yeah, the swag too. The image is
That's
a
what I'm
big part
saying.
of it now
Not
on
the
social
swag, not
media.
the swag like the style. I'm talking about that's
Yeah,
what
no,
I mean.
I get what you mean.
Yeah.
Yeah. But it's just like I feel like beyond. I'm just talking beyond a level of natural talent too, because there is that comes into it. Some people just it's just not, bro. Like if I started rapping, it wouldn't work. If I wanted to go to NBA tomorrow, bro, it wouldn't work. You know, there's a level of natural fucking talent there. Like I'm never gonna be LeBron. LeBron was born LeBron, bro. Like I don't even watch basketball, and I know about all that shit. But like that's just an example. But like beyond the level of natural talent, like you've never been one to like really chase clout or be any on that shit. People could, you're a genuine person, and people can really tell that.
Thank
You
you,
know what
bro.
I mean? Because like image, like you said, image, no, yeah, of course. Because image is a big part of it. Like we were just saying, like your overall image and stuff, and people can sense when people like are disingenuine. You feel me? Like that shit. Maybe it's just because I mean we're a little older than maybe most people that listen to like the type of music. 'Cause I make beats and shit too. The type of music we make. Maybe because we're in our early 20s right now and shit. But like, it's so easy to tell when just someone is just disingenuine, bro.
Right. Yeah. I mean, and you get more hip to that. I feel like as you get older, I feel like I've been pretty aware for the most part. Like luckily, I feel like I've been a pretty aware person for the most part of people like that and situations like that, which is why I would get myself out of situations like, which is why there's so much like, there's a lot of shit with me that is like kind of like all this drama surrounding all these groups in the past and shit, because
yeah,
when I felt some weird shit, I'm out. And a lot of people didn't fuck with that vibe or whatever, or didn't fuck with how forward I am. Like, if you do some weird shit, I'm gonna be like, yo, you're weird, nigga. I'm out. You feel me? You're on some weird shit.
Facts.
So it's like, I'm one of those people that, and I say fuck you to everybody. Like, it doesn't matter who you are, bro. Like, I'm one of those people, if you cross my line, I tell you fuck you. You understand? Like, so, and a lot of people don't like that, whatever. I can be problematic in that way, but I'm growing. I've been that way a lot in the past. I'm growing, I'm changing, and I'm getting better. But my point is this. The main point is this. That type of like, that type of forwardness and shit, and the type of like, how genuine I am comes off as like, almost like an offense to somebody that's that fake. That's that much of a sellout, of a fucking not real person, because they're afraid of somebody that is that can stand up for themselves, that can defend themselves, that isn't a follower. You feel me? And that's why it's one of those things. But anyway, the main point, yeah, I definitely I'm very upfront, and I try to be genuine, and I try to like I try to be as open as possible with my intentions and my energy.
Yeah, I know you brought up the groups and stuff like that. I didn't want to get too much into it because I feel like you got to explain that to so many people all the time. And I just didn't want to, you know what I mean? Just really dive into it because you are beyond that now. But one question I had pertaining to that is, you've been in high profile groups like Members Only twice, Midnight Society, and groups in between there. Like Midnight Society, in my opinion, is like behind Spider Gang, like the next biggest group in the underground right now. So like what was the mindset easily? So what was the mindset to leaving those groups and just becoming Fukkit and not being a part of like a Members Only or a part of a Midnight Society and just being yourself?
I realized something like, I'm too individualistic, and when there comes a time where I notice that something is unfit for me, and the individual in me really needs to stand out because that's how I am. I'm individualistic. Like I'm very focused on like being able to express myself in a way where I don't feel contrived by the kind of pressures of being in a group and dealing with the dynamics of people and the dynamics of people in music in general, like in this industry. Like I like fucking with people on a personal level. Yeah. So if I don't fuck with them on a personal level, I'm not gonna rock with them at all. So things can get very personal when you're in a group. So for me, the most important thing for me is I want to keep my music as, you know, in solidarity. Like I want to keep my music separate from any groups, any identities that are not my own 100% me at this point. And if I ever, you know, if I ever join some other group or something like that, that's something. I don't know if that's gonna happen. I'm not saying it is, or I'm not saying it is. I'm not saying it isn't. I don't know. But if that happens, it would have been because I changed my mind, or because there's a reason that I feel like, or because I can feel like that's represented in that group. But in general, I've always, every time I'm in a group, and this is like, you know, this is not to talk down on groups. I just feel like it's always, it becomes like a kind of mob mentality, kind of group think mentality in general. And it's not good to be to a part of that. Like you got to separate yourself and be able to think for yourself. And a lot of times when people are in a group, there's so much politics and shit that when things happen, it becomes a shit show. So, and since it's on a personal level, it's hard to be in groups with people. It's just hard to be in groups with people when I'm this individualistic, and like when I care this much about having everything be represented how I want it to be. Feel me?
Yeah. Yeah. And like there was, I'm talking about mainly Midnight Society one, because you're still good with like Kami, and like you guys still drop music. I'm good. You're still good with Gizmo. You know what I mean?
Let's make this clear. Like, let's make this clear. Let's air this out right.
I think it froze up real quick.
I'm good with Midnight Society. I'm good with Gizmo. I'm good with Kami. I'm good with KP. I'm good with Trippy. I'm good with Bambi. I'm good with everybody. So we good.
So yeah, it's definitely like that one on No Bad Blood shit. Like you were just saying, you want to be more of an individual, which I totally respect. It is like we were saying like earlier, like it kind of goes back to like what might work for you might not work for somebody else. So it's like music is such an individual thing. You know what I mean? I think too many people try to mirror other people's paths, and that's why they can't find their own.
Right.
That's why they can't find it. So.
Right. Sometimes, bro, and honestly, bro, for me, it's like sometimes you just gotta leave the nest. You feel me? You gotta just fly on your own. You feel me? Sometimes you gotta fly on your own. There's a feeling that you get that it says like you need to be by yourself. And I got that feeling of just like I need to fly solo. I don't know what gave me that feeling, but that sense of that sense of leaving the nest. You feel me? That feeling was in me more than ever. It was very strong. So in all parts of my life. So yeah, naturally that was what started occurring. And I'm very much now obviously in the process of all that, like progressing in my own way now, and I'm not in any group. There's no affiliation. I mean, of course I'm affiliated with groups, but there's no official membership on any group. Just fuck it.
Word. It's fucking you said Destroy's your first studio album. You said you said you started doing that because it sounds cleaner. So is that kind of like, what's the vibe between like the bedroom studio and the studio, like the professional type shit?
Give me a second. Let me think about it. I mean, well, the vibe is definitely different because I was so used to recording in bedroom studios that I was recording myself and nobody was really helping me. And I never was really super, like, I'm not tech savvy on like the engineering side. I'm not very fluent on the engineering side. So I wasn't really doing too much. I was just recording myself. But now going into the studio, working with engineers in person, that whether they're engineering my music there or not, like in the moment or not, they're putting all these, like, you feel me? Like I can now play with this. Okay, first of all, I can record some shit and hear more or less what it's gonna sound like, way digestible. Like, I'm talking about, like, it's a pretty significant difference in tone. You get me? And in quality in general. So I don't know. It's just a completely different. It's a completely different sound quality. It's a completely different recording experience. I never used to record in front of people. Now I got to record in front of engineers all the time. So it's just a complete change, which is good because it's growth. You feel me? That change promotes growth. Like, and it honestly made me a better artist. Like, to be able to go into the studio, be able to like hear myself, find, like find my range in that moment, do what I want to do, have an engineer right there be like, yo, I want you to do this, and have an idea already of what, like, how my song is going to turn out.
Yeah.
Is like, that's way more efficient and effective for me.
Yeah, too many
Even
artists,
if it's a little coffee.
Too many artists are like, I feel like they're afraid to make themselves uncomfortable, and they're afraid to figure out how to make themselves uncomfortable. So they kind of hinder their own growth, and they start making the same music, and you know what I mean? So maybe that's the key for some artists. Maybe they get too stuck into the bedroom of the same studio, and they just switch it up or whatever, get a different idea.
It definitely promotes a change of scenery. Like, it makes you feel like, and it feels more legit to record in a full blown studio. Honestly, a lot of people prefer the bedroom or whatever because it's personal and it's intimate, but the quality you're gonna get at the studio is legit. You feel me?
Word. Nah, I definitely feel you can definitely hear the difference. Especially once you get more of a trained ear in music, you can definitely hear the difference. And like the smallest shit, you know what I mean? Whether there was like background noise and they were recording, or you can sometimes, when people are recording their vocals, you can hear the beat in the background of the isolated vocals.
That's what I'm saying. Like, it's way, bro, it's way different.